Chapter 17, First Blood, First Kill. Packing up their belongings and preparing to set off to repair Lake, Jonathan and Elisha passed out tablets. Elisha said to Everione we were thinking and decided to make these tablets for Everione. They can be used for entertainment or personal use. Honestly, for anything. There's a real TMIGS, internet with anti-tracking software embedded into the system, and a 65.5 GHz processor, 25 terabit hard drive with 16 terabits of memory. This system is exclusively for us and totally hack-proof. Wanyenyekevu was the only one who didn't know how to operate the device, so Elisha pointed to a few buttons embedded in the screen. Click on the real TMIGS here, and you'll see us, pointing to the blue dots on the screen as he continued, unless someone has a cloaking device, we will see them before they see us. Using his fingers to zoom in and out, he continued, this is our destination, you see these patches of red dots here and a massive red path here. Wanyenyekevu was entertained about which path to take as he looked at the tablet playing with the buttons and moving the screen. Wanyenyekevu, looking at the red dots, either way we go, there Sura are a lot of people out here for this place to be called no man's land. Wanyenyekevu studied the device for a minute and zoomed in and out. These are mountains I would imagine, he said, and Elisha replied, yes, and these are valleys. You say how they are formed like our orc, we don't want to get ambushed in one of those. Studying the device, Wanyenyekevu said, Silver Kitty will take 2 days, so let's just head toward Silver Kitty and see what it looks like to nig to Henwe pitch camp. Heading west, they were in groups of trees and arranged according to their gift. Elisha, Joy, and Wanyenyekevu were the leading group, followed by Jome, Elijah, and Daniel, Uhile Jonathan, Grate, and Merchi were in the rear. Looking back, Wanyenyekevu said, you were not able to take down the buildings you guys. Elisha said, no, they have to be destroyed, but no weapons or equipment were left behind, they are just buildings. Wanyenyekevu said, oh no, it's not important, he was just curious. They traveled about 5 miles southwest of Caballo Lake. Jonathan and Elisha looked at each other and then at Wanyenyekevu, do you remember those red dots back there? Elisha asked. Wanyenyekevu said, yeah. Jonathan interrupted, well, they are still there, but they are heading our way. We have about 25 jet ships coming straight towards us heading northwest. Wanyenyekevu was looking at the tablet. Are they the same red dots we saw earlier? Elisha nodded, we believe so. Wanyenyekevu paused, let's hope they are going to El Paso. Jonathan replied, if they were going to El Paso, their speed would have dropped off miles before they got there. Look. Wanyenyekevu was already looking at the tablet as Jonathan made some adjustments to the tablet, which shows the speed the crafts were traveling. Wanyenyekevu focused on the tablet as the jet ship rated by El Paso. Wanyenyekevu looked around. There is no here to hide, we are in the middle of the desert, and the mountains. Arege. Wanyenyekevu hesitated, let us walk and be prepared for anything, and maybe they will just flee by. Jonathan zoomed in closer, according to the head signatures, these originated from Oedipus' main outpost. Jome turns to Wanyenyekevu, I know you don't know much about these parts or my people. As I have mentioned before, this is called no man's land because of the drought of Elfumbilina Kumina ne ad uhen reservoirs and other above groundwater and groundwater sources become depleted to the point that they never fully recovered. The Colorado River Basin, which they called it, supplied water to about 40 million people and 4 to 5 million acres of farmland in 7 states, so may no longer exist today. Like what once was called California, parts of Arizona, Colorado, New Mexico, and parts of Nevada, Utah, and Wyoming. No man after that point dared to travel it because of the drug and other illegal activity in these parts. They were ruthless, and immense ruthless people. He said all of that to say this. They are coming for us. Somehow, they have found us. Looking at the map, he said, or else would be here. We were running from him. Have you forgotten? When Yenikevu turns to Elisha and Jonathan. How long do we have before they get here? Looking at their tablets, Elisha said, roughly 25 minutes. When Yenikevu said, you all should know be know that's about is able. I'll let you know something in 15. When Yenikevu took a seat on the ground, just before he closed his eyes, he said, Ibrahim's children, be not afraid, but this is your kill only. Sabaoth has already said that you are his chosen, so no harm shall come to you. If he said it, it will be so have a confidence in yourself. We will sit back and watch you. I have trained all my life, and I have killed no one in my life until recently, and my first kill was very painful. You'll need to get that first kill out of the way. They all nervously sighed, ok. When Yenikevu meditated for a few moments and stood up, saying, the men shall pass, and within minutes they will also return, they will land there. Pointing a few yards to the north of them. The big guy with the beard seems to be the leader. They want the girls and Daniels to be their sex slaves. But they want to rape you before they leave here because of their long trip from Jackson, Mississippi. They are bounty hunters, indeed, sent from Oedipus. With a sad look on his face, he looks at Grate, there is only one injury, and it looks bad, sister. Everyone speaks at one time. What? Oh. He looked down, Grate, you broke a nail, and everyone laughs. When Yenikevu then said, just fight with confidence, besides, we are fighting for Sabaoth, that's we can laugh and joke. Who can be against us when he is with us? Then he turned to Jonathan, your mouth is clean compared to theirs. Just then, the jet ships passed. When Yenikevu turns to Jome and Jonathan, pointing to a large rock, place a seat. The jet ships landed, and the men got off their jet ships, just as he said it would happen. It happened. An obese guy with a beard with a smile on his fat side. Well, boys, look like we have a tofu on. A hefty bounty, and we can get some shit off our chest. After all, look at the brand on the horse's hindquarters. Pointing at Daniel, he wants the little boy first, and then he'll take. Pointing at Joy. That bit there. Elijah was furious. But nervous at the same time. What kind of man are you to rape boys, and my sister is not a bitch? The big guy pulled out his weapon. Well, he say. I think I'll fuck you first. Bitch. Joy interrupted and sighed, Elijah, he got this on. He always saw his type on those old classic movies, and he always wanted to do this. The man turned, fellows, we got a live on here. Who's after me? He unzipped his pants and pulled out his penis. Joy grabbed his penis, and the man started jerking and trembling and then fell to the ground, screaming in pain. Joy took the man's penis and forced it into his mouth while wiping the blood from her hands on his clothes, looked up, smiled next. The men started shouting, but Elisha had his force field up vertically while Grate quickly ran to the back of the gang and killed 4 of the men by decapitating them with her assegai. Then she cut off the hands of those shouting while Elijah and Daniel came in for the kill. Mercy turned into a cougar, killing a man, and quickly transformed into a black mamba striking those nearby. Once the shouting stopped, Elisha joined in. All 25 men were dead. Once the dust settled, the children of Ibrahim stood there in shock as they looked at the corpses. Wanyenyekevu walked up. Clean yourself off and be of God's share because it was you or them. No more will we feed separately again, we shall feed as one from this day forward, but that first kill is. Elisha and Daniel started vomiting, and the sisters cried as Elijah stood there staring at the dead bodies. Jonathan grabbed Elijah and Jome helped the rest of them the best they could while Wanyenyekevu searched through the jet ships. Once everyone had calmed down, Wanyenyekevu called Jome and Jonathan, "What is this they are carrying?" Jonathan looked at the men's bags and said, "Remember those tiny vials that he had when he first met you?" Scratching his head, he continued, "Well, this is 50 kilos of the same stuff worth over 5 million bitcoins just for on a kilo, and this here is roughly 250 million bitcoins. However, this belongs to will surely come looking for it, that's no doubt." While King Awai shaking his head, he repeated, 250 million bitcoins. Standing there thinking, Wanyenyekevu said, "Since you and Jome are the only ones who know how to read these things, let's splatter these bodies on top of these jet ships, and Joy, I need you to blow all this up." Jonathan said, "No, leave a few for us." Holding up his fingers, "Jet ships, that is. Me and Elisha will do what we have it so they can track them, and we'll bury them for later. We will train you guys and return later because these horses will continue to give us trouble as long as they have these brands on them." Wanyenyekevu said, "Okay, do what you have to." They took 15 of the ski crafts and buried them after Jonathan and Elisha made a few modifications to them before giving Grate the go-ahead. Grate said, "Just need you guys to stand back out me why." Within seconds, she had the jet ships and the bodies piled up as high as she could, then ratted toward the rest of the group. "Go ahead, Joy." Joy held her hands out and blew up the jet ships with a charge of electricity, and the bodies began to burn. Wanyenyekevu said, "Let's be on our way. Dead bodies don't smell too good burning. Let's try to make it as far as we can because I know there had to have been tracking devices on those jet ships." As they continued, Grate, "I need you to backtrack very often and erase our tracks." Grate was busy with something but replied, "No problem." Wanyenyekevu said, "What's that popping sound?" Grate said, "I broke a nail after all," holding her hand up. "I'm clipping off the rest of them because fitting and looking good don't match." Wanyenyekevu and the rest laughed. Jonathan and Elisha monitored the activity around them and noted nothing was coming in their direction. Wanyenyekevu asked Jome, "Those could thing we used before, can they be used for all of us and the horses?" Jome replied, "Yes, but do you know how hard it is to sleep, smelling horses all night long?" Wanyenyekevu said, "True. But get with Elisha and Jonathan about a ventilation system or something because we still have about 25 miles or so before we get to the mountainous terrain." Jome said, "We not rest here, feed and water the horses, then travel at night, if it's ok with everyone else. We can use the mountains as cover. We can use two cubes side by side, one for the horses and one for us." Wanyenyekevu khaled Everione and asked them, and Everione agreed. They installed the kubes in the mountains bite timete wretched asafe location. They atebut were and tired, so they called it aniget. Wanyenyekevu was so tired that he was asleep when his head hit the pillow. He looked around, and it appeared as if he was in the distant past when he heard the voice of Lady speaking with power and authority, saying, except for small pockets of resistance, Sabaoth's church collectively and globally is no longer a ministry, but it is an industry. About 200 people were standing and clapping their hands as she continued. When a ministry becomes an industry, it is treated as a business. And businesses are driven by profits, not profits. By managers, not ministers. When profit becomes the motivating incentive, then corporations replace organizations. Corporations need products to sell, stocks to be purchased, and a successful marketing strategy to be effective. The church as a true corporation redefined by the great deceiver has turned the gospel into a product, the church body into stocks, and evangelism into a method of marketing. The crowd got up again, clapping and cheering as she continued. Ministers and preachers are now public relations managers and corporate strategists and salespersons. Broadcasts and telecasts are commercial advertising venues complete with entertainers and performers who have replaced dedicated artists and music and worship ministries. They booked ministers as motivational speakers not commissioned by God or received by pastors to preach the gospel and evangelize. Stile charisma and image management have replaced the anointing of Sabaoth. Prominence and influence have replaced the power of the ancient Mfariji. The Holy Church is being held hostage while the harlot church takes her place. She turned and pointed at Wanyenyekevu. Cush, please come forward. Wanyenyekevu looks around and points to himself. Yes, please come forward, she sighed. Wanyenyekevu stands and slowly walks toward her, looking around for everything seems strange to him. Hearing the lady as she continues, the switch has taken place in plain sight but hidden beneath a stealth strategy of fusion through fiction. It was flawless and seamlessly carried out, while the signs prayed but played. This is Babylon rising. Wanyenyekevu, trying to remember where he seen her before, as she had finished talking, the entire scenery had changed again, and it looked as if they were in today's team. As they walked up, but Sabaoth has a plan for this man. Everione, I want you to meet Wanyenyekevu, the great-grandfather of Cush. Darkness covered the scene as she stepped down from the pulpit, and the audience disappeared. She smiled, "My name is Akila Malek, and it is an honor to meet you, Wanyenyekevu." He suddenly heard Jonathan, Wanyenyekevu. Awakened and confused, he asked, "What is it, Jonathan? What's wrong?" Jonathan grabbed the tablet and pointed to it. "We have a 75 to 80 jet ships floating around the area." Grate was sitting on her air mattress, crying. Wanyenyekevu walked up to her and grabbed her hand. "Why are you crying? We have a Sabaoth on our side. It doesn't matter if it's 10,000 men, Sabaoth is able." Grate sighed, No, I didn't go back and dust our tracks when we arrived. It's my fault they found us. I was tired. Wanyenyekevu interrupted her. "We all were tired, but it is what it is. Now, let's make the best of this. Always remember, we have a Sabaoth on our side. We're enlightened, not perfect. Plus, they could have tracked us from their last transmission. Who knows?" Gathering everyone together, they looked at the tablets. The way they are moving around, they don't know exactly where we're at. said Jonathan. No, they don't, Elijah said, listening in on their conversations. They lost all tracks at the foot of the mountains. They have sent 3 sets of 4 scouts in all directions a few miles ahead. Pointing to wanyenyekevu's tablet, they are here, and here. He paused. Hold on, he signaled everyone to be quiet. The shipment belongs to an Albanian named Akmoja. He wants the heads of all responsible for the destruction of his shipment. He paused again. 2 million bitcoins reward. We have another bounty on our heads. Wanyenyekevu said, Alright, Jome and Elijah, let's attack the one closest to us first. Grate, I need you to attack the ones on foot. Start here the one the farthest from us, and work your way up towards us. Elisha and Daniel shall cover you. Once these are taken care of, Joy, I need you to stand guard here with Mercy and Jonathan. Take your tablets and destroy the scouts as they return. He talked for a second. We need some way to communicate, Elisha said. We do the tablets, but once we use them, it will reveal our location. Wanyenyekevu said, that won't work then. Are they on some kind of communicator, themselves? Elijah said, yes. Wanyenyekevu looked up, make sure everyone destroys those devices, except one, Grate, you get that one, and the rest must be destroyed. He carefully went over the plans in his head. Jome, time to get those sniper rifles out. Jonathan left first. Invisible and talk out about 5 men, followed by Mercy and Joy, making their way up to the highest peak, taking cover and waiting for the jet ships to return. Wanyenyekevu, Jome and Elijah spread out, found a comfortable location, and started picking off men left and rigged, killing about 15. Grate ran out for 5 miles and stopped. Sorry, I need this. She said to one man before she quickly grabbed the communicator. The men were still in shock. She took out her assegai, killing him and 5 more men in less than 5 seconds, taking her tablet out as she located the enemies. There were 2 men to the east of her. She ran and cut them in half, just running past them at a high rate of speed. 10 men were about a mile ahead. The men didn't even know what happened as they lay reading. Heading toward Daniel and Elisha, she saw them fighting off 7 men. She joined in and helped finish them. Afterward, they headed toward Wanyenyekevu, Jome, and Elijah. Grate. Wanyenyekevu said, I need you to destroy all these jet ships. No problem, and here is that communicator. Then Wanyenyekevu turns to Elijah. Elijah, make your way up to Joy and the rest just in case they need your help, and here, take the communicator with you. Jome and I will start getting our gear and horses ready to get out of here. Elijah had made his way up the mountain. Joy! He shouted over here. It was Jonathan. Nothing yet, but there's a 4. He pointed to the tablet, looks as if they might be on their way back. Elijah turned the communicator on and heard a voice over the speaker. On a niner 3, this is on a niner over. Elijah said, what should I do? Jonathan grabbed the communicator. This is on a niner 3, radio silente, you fucking ashole. Pointing to a red dot on the tablet, Jonathan said, that's got to be the guys here because they sped up. They are coming in from this direction. Joy, he shouted, at 3 o'clock. Joy replied, no, it's around 6 o'clock. Jonathan laughed and pointed, no, he said. They are coming in from this direction, 3 o'clock. She smiled. Ok, yeah, I say it. Jonathan quickly asked, how far can you make a direct hit without losing your intensity? Joy said, I don't know, we never measured that. Quickly, Jonathan took out his tablet again and started doing some calculations. Rugli 5 to 10 miles, let's be on the side and say 7. Jonathan paused as he talked. No, let's be on the even side and say 6 miles. Plus, remind me we need to work on treating electromagnetic pulses or amps. Elijah shouted, Jonathan. They all are going this way. Grate had just arrived, saying, Merci, Daniel returns to the cubes and helps Wanyenyekevu and Jome get our stuff packed up, so we can get out of here. He will stay and help. Elisha, saying Grate, shouted, he got an idea. Looking at Jonathan, follow me. Grate is spade, Joy is a supercharged or electrical current, and I'm a force field. Jonathan smiled, I'm way ahead of you. He turns to Grate. Grate, run in plate, and a very second, touch Joy, just barely touch her, then Jonathan turns to Joy, Joy, count in your head a very time Grate touches you and then send a bolt of lightning toward Elijah, and I'll tell Elisha where to point or reflect a current. Grate slowly started running in plate and barely tapped Joy on the shoulder a very second. They took a minute before they were in sync. Joy said, Ok, I got it. When do you want me to send Elisha a shock? Jonathan said, Elisha, you ready? Yeah. Hey. Replied. Jonathan looked at Joy, go. Jonathan looked at Elisha. Test on a out. We're trying to short everything within a 6 mile. Radius. On me mark. Elisha shouted, there is no time, he shouted. 5, 4, 3, 2, one. Elisha started shooting down jet ships with the 3 electrical blasts like a cannon, with Jonathan acting as the target man. One by one, and then in less than a second, 4 were behind him. He turned and fashioned his force field to simultaneously destroy all 4 jet ships. Then 2 jet ships started shooting at Jonathan. He turned and destroyed those 2 and shouted to Mercy, get down. And destroyed the last 2. He shouted for joy and rushed down the mountainside as quickly as possible. Here, Wanyenyekevu and the rest waited for them patiently with the horses. Let's go, let's go. They ratted as fast as they could for horse, periodically checking the tablets, and then slowed down before realizing that no one had eaten all day. Wanyenyekevu stops at a nearby lake. Wanyenyekevu said proudly, you 4 make on a hell of a time. And for now, you 4 will always remain a time. Smiling at Daniel, Wanyenyekevu continued, we all better get something to eat and regain our strength. Daniel didn't smile back like he usually did, which concerned him. They groped in terms and went to find food, some went fishing, some went hunting, while others looked for berries and beans. Wanyenyekevu made sure he went with Daniel. They walked along the river. Wanyenyekevu started making a conversation, but no response from Daniel. Rabbit would be good rigged about now, wouldn't it? Still no response as they walked. Daniel started throwing stars at an old higway sign that read, Hanover, New Mexico, 152. Billy Miles. Wanyenyekevu asked Daniel. What is troubling you, my little friend? Daniel, with a sad look, said, that's it, little, I haven't used me gift, but on a time and that was discovering that I had it. I want to use me gift as well as the rest. Wanyenyekevu said, did you know that the human body is like a machine consisting of many parts and systems that work together as one to carry out our bodily functions? From head to toe, the human body can be divided into sections like your head, neck, and stomach. 2 arms and 2 legs, and these parts can be further divided. Asse tickled Daniel's stomach but no response. 2 arms and 2 legs, and these parts can be further divided. Grabbing Daniel by the hand and pointing to parts enamed. Upper arm, touching him on the forearm with his finger. Forearm, elbow, foot, knee, and shoulder. Daniel had a puzzled look on his face, but wanyenyekevu continued, did you know our brain works like a computer? It sits inside a skull, protecting it from injury. The brain signals our body to read, urite, run, and feel hot or cold. Our lungs are one of the largest organs in our body. We have 2 lungs in our bodies. They are close together because they work together. The lung on the left side is smaller than the one on the right side because it allows our heart to fit in right in the middle. We use our lungs for breathing in and out. He took a big breath and blew out. Lungs supply our body with oxygen and get rid of carbon dioxide. Daniel stopped and looked at wanyenyekevu with a funny look but with a smile. Wanyenyekevu kept on talking. We have 2 kidneys also in our body. The kidneys clean our blood. They get rid of waste products carried in the blood. They check out the minerals, vitamins, and other nutrients we get from our food. He stopped again and paused, looking at Daniel. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Daniel said, no. Wanyenyekevu laughed. We are a body, all of us, we work together like a machine. Sabaoth has put us together for a reason, so we have to think together as one. Your gift will be needed when one of us gets hurt or sick. When we get to where we are going, I'm sure you will use your gift more than you want to, plus your gift brings people closer to Sabaoth. This is the second time I've tried to help you understand this. You say us do our job, we will say you do yours. Paciente, little man, paciente. Making sure his point came across, wanyenyekevu continued, yes, you little old Daniel, you are like our heart, it's one of the most important organs of our body. Our heart beats in our chest. The heart pumps blood and sends it throughout our whole body. Our heartbeat gets faster when we run and even faster when we are in love. Daniel laughed. You will say that only when you met your wife. Daniel blushed, jokingly, wanyenyekevu said, I haven't even mentioned our bones and organs. Daniel looked at wanyenyekevu and said, I get it. Wanyenyekevu, jokingly, nope, no. You don't. You've got your digestive system. That's the mouth, food pipe, stomach, liver, small intestine, and large intestine. Our digestive organs break down the food to provide our body with energy and raw materials. Daniel, laughing, ok, but he continued as he laughed and started tickling Daniel. You've got muscles along with your nervous, respiratory, and excretory systems. Daniel looked at wanyenyekevu. Ok. You can't stop it now. I understand.